Okay, look, this is the weirdest intro ever. I'm playing the game before I'm meant to be recording today's episode. Man City are drawing. We're winning 6-3 against Southampton. I think we're about to accidentally win the Premier League when I wasn't expecting to win it. Yeah, unless Man City score a goal now, we've won the Premier League. I'm sorry there's no face cam. Like, I've not got my camera or lighting or anything. We've won the Premier League. This is the weirdest intro ever to an episode. I mean, this is big. This is fair play to us. I mean, we knew this was coming a little bit. We have Man City to play today. I mean, we still need to beat them to maintain the unbeaten season. But Premier League champions, Rugby Town. I'm just confused. It's just weird. I mean, this is just not how I imagined this would happen. Congratulations, everyone. We're champions. Yeah, apologies. Like, I didn't think that they were going to bottle it against Leeds United. But, well, Man City have. They've drawn there. 16 points ahead of them. Only 5 games left, 15 points on offer. Well, we're Premier League champ. That's cool. Rugby Town win the Premier League. Lee Min is injured. He'll be fine. Everyone is happy, and I'm just confused. I mean, this is bloody brilliant. Don't get me wrong. I wish you could see my face. Yeah, we've won. And Sam Fay, man of the match. Yep, for the Sam Fay fans, your boy's still playing well. And there you have it. It's official. We are champions. 5 games left. We have Man City in our next game. I'll be honest, I'm not set to record the episode for another day as I'm sat here recording, because I've just recorded the previous episode. I was just playing the bit between episodes. And yeah, here we are. Champions. Right, well, I'm going to go away. We'll take on Man City after the intro. I'm hoping to keep the unbeaten season going. Also, FA Cup semi-final today against Liverpool. I really want to beat them. Let's run the intro and get into things. How is it going, folks? Welcome back to Puck to Prem. Today is episode number 110. As you already established, it's a little bit awkward. We won the league since last episode. Now, just for a little bit of context, when I'm recording ahead with videos, Monday's video is recorded on a Friday. Today, I'm now sat recording Tuesday's video on a Monday. It's been 4 days since I've won the league. It was very awkward. It was the middle of the night. I didn't have the lights on. I'll be honest, I was sat in my pajamas. So it didn't feel like it was worth putting the camera on. But I can confirm, as you can see here, we've won the league, which is lovely. But we're 5 games away from the unbeaten season. And today we've got Man City. Yeah, this is a really weird scenario to be in. We've got this game against Man City, who of course are our closest rivals, albeit they're not really that close in the league. And then after that, the small matter of the FA Cup semi-final against Liverpool. Of course, a Liverpool team that once upon a time won a Premier League title. They finished 6th last year. They are currently in 7th place. And I'm sat thinking, you know, if they don't get Champions League football, will Roberto want out? I should get his phone number or something, shouldn't I, really? I'd quite like to sign him. Although, do I need another attacker? Probably not. No, anyway, since last episode, which of course, if you didn't see it, we did get knocked out of the Champions League. It was a little bit awkward. I'll be honest. We've played 3 matches. Some good results here. 4-0 against Tottenham in the FA Cup quarter-final was great. A 3-2 win against Newcastle. We got lucky in this game. We weren't good in this game. Huari, man of the match from centre-back. No one outside of Vasquez in the attacking third got above a 7.0 rating. It was one of those days. We did win 3-2, mind you. And well, of course, you already know what happened in the Southampton game because you've just seen the end of it. We won 6-3 in this game. It was a bit of a crazy game. Sendings off, 9 goals, and ultimately, we won the title off the back of it. Great little team display. Sam Fay, you've already seen it. Man of the match. So yes, things at the club are going really, really well. Of course, delighted to win the Premier League. Please do not get me mistaken, but having had so many hard-fought years, it almost feels a bit anticlimactic to win it with no real drama. 5 games to spare is a significant amount. Of course, since last episode, it's not just been football on the pitch we've been concerned with. We have had our youth intake. I know. Ooh, why is it going to load? It's going to load. There we go. Youth candidates. Youth intake. There's 2 good ones here. The first is Joe Challoner Hilton. I feel like we need a nickname. JCH? JCH. That's actually quite catchy, isn't it? Jay, look how happy he loves the nickname. This guy is a good little striker. Bit of a weird polygon for a striker. Has loads of potential. Current ability may be lacking. I feel like if he was the only good player, I might be a bit disappointed with him. But he's not the only good player, because alongside a guy with a fancy name, we've got a man with possibly the most basic name I've ever seen. Alan Jones. I mean, if there's any Alan Jones watching out there at home, no disrespect, I'm sorry. But this guy here, 15 years old, I'll be honest, he looks like he's had a rough paper round for the last few years, but he looks absolutely phenomenal. He's got great jumping reach, great heading ability. His polygon is, again, a bit of a weird one, but he's got some good technical ability, some really good mentals for his age. I'm not really sure what to train him in. I'm thinking and looking at him thinking maybe Shadow Striker? Is Shadow Striker a terrible idea here? I just feel like his physicals need so much TLC, and it also will just help him with his development as a striker as well. Obviously, additional focus does need to be on quickness. 7 acceleration is going to be problematic at this level. Probably should have set up the training sooner. I mean, he's only been at the club 2 weeks, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, if you've got any ideas on how to train these two guys, please do let me know, because they're two players with banks of potential, but in terms of what they are right now, don't really know what to make of them. Now, you might have spotted it with our recent rally games. We actually had a big gap for an international break, which was a bit of a blessing, because we were juggling a fair few injuries. Yeah, the unbeaten season, there was a little bit of a worry and a wobble, because when you look at the injury history, we had Misyak out, Diop out, Celik, Osei, Lee Min, a few, fairly useful players in our team missing, which was a little bit of a shame. The good news is many of them are back at full fitness now, and actually when you look at the team outside of Mackenzie and Osei, he probably wouldn't have been near the first team anyway, the main bulk of the first team is fit for the game against Man City, away from home against Man City. I feel like if we win this game, the unbeaten season is really on. Of course, this weekend just gone in real life, at least as I record this video, not really applicable if you're watching this in the distant future. Leverkusen just salvaged their unbeaten season that they're going on in the Bundesliga with a last-minute headed goal to make it 1-1. Desperately hoping it isn't going to come to that, but when you look at the meetings we've had against Manchester City over the years, I want to say it might be needed. Actually, we've played quite well against them. When you look at the home games we've had against them, which have been the most recent games, we've won the last 3 in a row, back-to-back clean sheets. Yeah, I feel like I'm looking at this thinking, it's not going to be that difficult now. It's going to be difficult. It's Man City. And of course, just as a little reminder, we might be in the year 2036, which when you say aloud, do you think that's mentally in the distant future? Then you remember, Erling Haaland is still only 35. I say only 35 because, I mean, look how ridiculous he is. 20 natural fitness means he's just not really declining. This guy's got 26 goals in 26 games in the Premier League. It's one of his best goal-scoring seasons ever. I'm scared. It's worth noting down at the bottom of the Premier League table, there's a bit of a fight going on. I mean, Brighton are probably going straight back down after being promoted, but the likes of Bristol City, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Fulham and Southampton as well, I suppose, all scrapping it out. As for things higher up the table, our opposition today, Man City, aren't really in danger of dropping down. Both teams after this game will have 4 matches left. If we lose this game, I suppose I can just rotate the team for the remaining league games. If we win this game, I'm never going to have taken so many league games so seriously in a year. Well, it's going to be more try-hardy than the end of last season when we could have won the league. Now, in terms of team news, I am making one change today. Ken, I love Ken. I've given Ken so many chances. He was a bit of an issue for us against Inter Milan. I felt like he was responsible a little bit for the defeat, at least in the first leg. He's not been happy lately because he wants a new contract. He wants to be the second highest earner at the club. I've told him to do one and he's had a little cry. So as a result of that, I thought, you know what, we've got a new defensive midfielder in Donald, who has actually already learnt defensive midfielder. And when you compare him with Ken, yeah, Ken's a bit quicker and he can defend and he's more physical, but Donald is a complete specimen. He's also 22 years old, and my staff still think he has really good potential. I'm not sure how much more we can expect Donald to improve, given he plays so many positions, but make no mistake, he has a place in this team for the foreseeable future, and I feel like he's now here to try and steal Ken's place today. The rest of the team, very, very standard. Just that one change. I've turned against Ken. Do you reckon Ken is short for Kenneth? Or do you reckon he's just Ken? I reckon it could be Kenneth. Kenneth just sounds like a bit of a naughty boy's name. You know, at school, like naughty names. Maybe I'm just projecting here the names of kids that were naughty at my school. Bradley. There was a Bradley at my primary school. I remember he was a menace. He stole my cheese string once. Bradley is, in my mind, a naughty boy name. If you're Bradley out there, again, apologies. I really feel like I'm just going out my way to offend people today. I feel like giving the backstory of the cheese string, though, at least you can understand where it stems from. And I do feel like it is justifiable. Oh, I didn't realise this was going to be a thing. We're getting a guard of honour. We're getting a guard of honour by Man City. I forgot that this is even a thing in Football Manager. Oh, yeah, celebrate in front of them, gloat in front of them. Where is Erling Haaland? I can't click on the players to get their names yet. You give us some credit. We're bloody massive. So you wouldn't have got to see that normally, would you? That wouldn't have made an episode. It's made here. They're bowing at our feet, basically. Now we need to absolutely trout them. We'll admit that I meant to say trounce, and I've said trout them. Like, we're going to hit them with a fish. Maybe we are going to hit them with a fish. Huari, have you brought a fish? He hasn't. He's brought Sneddon into play. Right, Sneddon with the ball. Don't know what the commentary is today. I think the euphoria of winning the league has just gone to my head a little bit. Lehman bringing it forward to Donald. Chelik. That is a defence-splitting pass right there. Rojas, did he time that run? He's finished it. The flag's up. My gut instinct is he's offside there, but it had the Football Manager match engine thing where both fullbacks are deeper than the two centre-backs, and occasionally you can break the offside trap when that happens. On this occasion, we couldn't. Are we going to get a replay of it? I'm curious. How close was this? Because this is one of those ones where you kind of get... Well, actually, I said it was quite a good line, wasn't it? I take it back. They had a good line there. I wanted to complain and say their fullbacks were further back. That was after the pass was played. I mean, to be fair, at this point, we don't necessarily have to win, do we? I mean, we're not winning every game this season. We've not already done that. We just have to avoid losing. Of course, in order to avoid losing, scoring is usually ideal. 10 minutes left of this first half. I'm going to get shouty. I mean, Man City have not done anything themselves going forward. We've not done anything either. This is a bit like the Inter Milan games. Inter Milan absolutely shut us down, didn't they, in the Champions League? And so far in this game, Man City are kind of doing that too. Saying all of that, we might have a chance here. Alex on the far side, who's been a breakout star this year. He's cutting inside the right back. He puts it in. It falls to Donald. And I'll tell you what, he had the defence ducking there as he found the back of the net. It is 1-0. Assuming it's going to count. Don't do this. Don't do the VAR, man. Is it going to count? It's not going to count. I came with the Donald Duck line and everything, and it's been ruined. Was he offside? Who was offside here? That is poppycock, innit? That is... Sorry. I'm going back it. That is just not offside. You can't... I refuse to acknowledge that as being offside. I can't even time the pause correctly. I've not got the VAR control scheme. For a second, I thought, you know what? It's not worth actually getting to the exact right frame. I disagree. I think it actually is. I want to see this. I don't know, mate, how long it's taken me to get this set up here to now attempt to pause it at the right moment. I mean, I've hit pause there and the ball's just teleported. It's Football Manager trolling me. That is the moment he strikes the ball. Are you going to get the lines out for me now, Football Manager? He is onside. It might be offside. It's close. I think there should be daylight. I think we need to update the rules of offsides. All I'm saying is if the unbeaten season ends now, I feel like we've been robbed. Although, you know what? We're creating chances. We could have another. Why not give us a hat-trick of disallowed goals, Football Manager? Go on, I dare you. Worry. Yeah, disallow that one, you losers. 1-0. Take that. I don't know why I've got so much pent-up anger today. I'm angry. I'm hyper. I feel, you know what? It's the euphoria and just the emotion of the occasion, isn't it, really? It's got to be it. Well, 1-0 up. We absolutely deserve that. Half-time in this game. I'm going to tell players, don't get complacent out there. Alex is nervous. Alex, come here, mate. I'll give you a little cuddle. Where's the cuddle option? Actually, you know what? That could be a HR nightmare. I'll put my hands on my hips, go out there and have some fun. The pressure's been lifted. He loves it. Okay, well, into this second half we go. One of those games where I don't really feel like I need to make changes. We've been all over them. I just want more goals. Bolton, Huari, Alex, Bolton. What is this? Is this volleyball going on here? We've hit the side netting. I feel like we should have scored. By the way, the match momentum chart looks good, doesn't it? We're doing well this game. We're causing them all kinds of issues. We're an hour played it. Probably should make some subs. Right, Diop and Rojas haven't been very good. So you know what? Sanfe on Newcombe, Vasquez on Newcombe as well. I've been using Vasquez a little bit. He's actually got 5 goals for us in the Premier League. He's been doing very well on off the bench. Elsewhere, I'm going to bring Neto in at centre attacking mid. He's still trying to learn how to play centre attacking mid. He'll figure it out eventually. Do I want to make more changes? Lehman off for NDIA. You know what? I want another goal here. I feel like the players we're bringing on can deliver that. Okay, well, there's 23 minutes left here. This has been a rather comfortable game against Man City by all accounts. We've kept that Erling Haaland bloke quiet so far. What are we doing, Sneddon? What are we doing? He's skied it. Darge there is a Scottish player and he's robbed it off Sneddon. Sanfe, of course, will know Darge very well. Darge is good. Just for a bit of context, Darge is very good. Have also noticed they've got Guerrero on the pitch. They've not actually used Haaland yet today, which is nice of them. In fact, he's not even on their bench. Is he injured? Did I just miss the fact he's injured? He's not injured. I have no idea why they've not selected him. I mean, Darge is good, to be fair. Maybe they're saving it for like the Champions League or something. They know they're not actually, that's what it is. They got Real Madrid in like a day's time. That's actually quite good management by the AI, really, isn't it? I know they're 2-0 down away from home. They'll probably win that with Erling Haaland fully fit. Well, I wanted to big us up and be like, yeah, we beat Man City there. They were at full strength. No, they're still in the Champions League, aren't they? So, they're saving their legs for the Real Madrid game. Why play Erling Haaland in a game when you can't win the league anymore? They actually figured it out. That's actually quite impressive. Is it bad that I'm surprised by the AI of Football Manager there to make that kind of decision? I know we give it some crap, don't we, with the transfers and some team selection stuff. When it does an okay job, we should give it praise. Also, I said about us beating Man City. We've not bloody beaten them. Guerrero scored. Okay, the flag's up. I don't know if that's the linesman who was over there in the first half. If it is, he was quite right with his offsides, I guess, before. Is this one going to count? VAR is going to check it. I hope it's going to be disallowed. It is. I feel like if Guerrero had scored there, I would have been probably crying and had to cut the video slightly. Club legend almost came back to bite us, not showing any, allegiances, not showing any love for the football club. He was quite happy to score there, and that makes me sick. Anyway, that is the game. What a weird match. I mean, we win it by virtue of a header from a set piece. Suarez gets man of the match for another game, I realise as well. Their goalkeeper did get a 7.6 rating on the balance of play. We definitely deserve to win it. And now we are only 4 games away from the unbeaten season, which would be an absolutely amazing thing to do. But if you were to ask me, Jack, what would you rather do? Go for the unbeaten season or win the FA Cup? Of which we're in the semi-final. I'll be honest, probably would say the unbeaten season. We won the FA Cup last year. You don't really get that many chances to go unbeaten, do you, in the Premier League? Wari, man of the match again. Give him some praise. Lands is delighted. Lands, by the way, just as a little reminder, he's been our assistant kind of coach/manager person since I first joined the club. He was my caretaker manager before I came in. He was at Rugby Town before me. When I came in, he didn't have a contract, but unlike a kind of coach who has a contract that is expired, his contract just says NA with no expiry date. It's not like he ever had a contract here, but he does get paid £45 if we ever play him in a match. I really wish I could just play him in a game randomly. That'd be fun. Either way, he's here for free. He just turns up to talk to the press for me. Does anyone else love the idea that the bloke who's a spokesperson for like the Premier League champions is just a man who's been with them for like the last 15 years? He doesn't get paid anything. He's just here for the love of the game. Anyway, we have got Liverpool still to play today. I have no idea what the commentary is today. I think I'm just very happy about the Premier League win. I think we can just roll with that, can't we? We've got the FA Cup semi-final coming up. And I am Ray, who's going to try and upset us. We're going to head to Wembley. Don't go anywhere. Okay, folks, game number 2, Liverpool FA Cup. I would love to win the FA Cup for back-to-back years. This last year, in last year's Park to Prem, was a bit of a bogey trophy for me. We struggled to win it. If we could win it twice in a row, that would be really, really nice. In terms of the other semi-finalists, bit of a shock this one. Newcastle United beat Manchester United. In a weird way, I would have liked to have played Manchester United again, just because the last 2 years they've lost in the final, but they're going to avoid that heartbreak here. Newcastle, on the other hand, I feel like in some FM saves they become the best team in all of England, and then in others they don't really achieve a ton. In this save game here, they've just kind of been steady Eddie European football, but should we win against Liverpool, I feel like we go into the final as favourites. Now, there has been 9 days since the last match, so lots of time to get the players rested up. In terms of the lineup, I almost don't really want to change it. There's a couple of players like Misiak and Diop who perhaps haven't been in the best of form, but equally, I don't really feel like an urgent need to drop them. I feel like Misiak this year has been maybe a little bit disappointing. Maybe last year he set the bar too high. You know, when a player has too good a season that you kind of think, well, that's their limit now. And, well, maybe Misiak's done that and set the bar just too high for him to jump over this year. Or, of course, next year he might find himself in a slightly deeper role anyway. But yeah, we'll keep him on the pitch. As for Diop blows really, really hot and then really, really cold. I mean, he's not contributed this year. If we look at his stats for all kind of competitions, you can see 23 goals in 42 games, but it's perfectly fine. It's not like his lack of goals has cost us in, well, most competitions. They're not talking about the Champions League. Certainly in the Premier League, lack of goals hasn't been an issue for him. Maybe he can pop up with some important ones here. We should be winning this game fairly comfortably, I think. I say that with a pause and a kind of, I think, because Liverpool in this year, in this universe, have not been good. But we also know that when they've got Reblain and also Estrada as their front two, they've got really, really good quality. You might remember in previous years, they've kind of played the narrow 4-2-2-2 like we do, with kind of, just two attacking mids. They've actually switched those to wider players this year, which I think might be one of the reasons why they've been struggling. Emery's come in, shaken up the tactics, and well, I'll tell you what, Alex has come into the lineup this year and shaken up the team. That's another assist for him. It's also goal number 26, did I say, of the season for Rojas? I'm sat thinking, is it as little as 26? Is it 36? Did I misread the number? We will never know. I mean, we could just check, but we will never know. It'll be one of the greatest mysteries ever, unless he scores again. Lovely little goal, though. Take the lead inside the first 7 minutes. I did just decide to go check. It's his 26th of the year. For some reason, I thought Rojas had scored more. I mean, this year, we've not really had a standout goal scorer. We've just had a handful of players scoring lots. Well, we got our noses ahead early for an Alex assist, and now we're building the play down this right-hand side again. Bolton, this time in familiar territory, getting to the byline, crossing it in, and a penalty's been given there, and that looks soft. I mean, I'm not going to complain. Roger Rojas over it. Could he get his second of the day, his second at Wembley? He steps up, he's Panenkaed it straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Like, he's legitimately, I'm watching it again, he's legitimately just Panenkaed it. Like, if we go behind he's gone for the chip down the middle, thinking he's Bertie Big Balls, and Heddle has had his absolute pants down. What was this penalty? He actually Panenkaed it. I'm so angry. I mean, on the one hand, had it gone in, we would have laughed about him. Like, oh, isn't he a joker, Rojas? Instead, I'm just annoyed with him. That was stupid, wasn't it, by Roger? That's not what we needed from Roger. Back in the day, there were the Rodgers. The other Roger, he wouldn't have done that to me. And now suddenly, I feel like momentum shifting. Of course, if Liverpool go up the other end and score now, can I just scream, scripting? Also, and that's what some people do. Maybe that would help me kind of feel better about things. Susslik through Estrada. I hate this game. I hate this game so much. It's Estrada with the goal. Of course it is. It should have been 2-0. Instead, it's 1-1. Szoboszlai inside. Marcus Aurelio to Susslik, who crosses it. Well, I was going to say cross. He pulls it back. It wasn't a cross. Estrada tucks it away. 1-1. I'm annoyed. In fact, you know I'm annoyed because I'm doing a shout from the touchline. Shouty, shouty required. That was their first shot on target. Can we see an appropriate response immediately? Donald wins the header there. Wari picks up the pieces. Alex, if he can get the switch over to him, is a little bit of space at right back. Bolton down the byline. Alex in front of him. Bolton just going on his lonesome. Can he get the ball in? He floats it towards Diop, who hits the outside of the post. We have an XG of 2.12 in this game. Of course, the penalty inflates that quite a lot. Nevertheless, we've been massively on top in this game. We've got a corner now. Lee Min. Where are the players? Bolton's there. Keeper punches it. Rojas, Wari. Rojas, don't Panenka it from there, son. Sneddon. Wari. We've got everyone forward here. Liverpool with everyone back as well. Sneddon now with the ball. If we were to lose it here, this would not be a great position to lose it. And the good news is, I guess, we're not going to lose it. We're going to give it back to Foni, and now Alex is just going to do his runny thing. Do your runny thing, Alex. Go on. It runs to the byline, crosses it in, whipped in, and headed over. That's another chance. And from one missed opportunity, straight into, well, another. There's 10 minutes left of this half. We have been on top. Well, for most of it, haven't we? Let's be honest, our XG is through the roof. But it's not expected goals you need. It's actual goals. And Salisu plays it to Reba, and it's ping-pong in the box. They probably should have scored there. The goal was at the mercy of, their team. We've managed to just about get it away. Now, Celik, Sneddon, highlight ends. I mean, they've still only had one shot on target, but that was a little bit of a scary moment for us. I feel like had this been 2-0, we just cruise into the final. Instead, we've had this sequence of events as well. They look to bring it forward. I'm noticing they've got 4 players forward at all time. They are playing so attacking, as are we, to be fair. I feel like there could be lots of goals remaining in this game. If I was going to give you a score prediction right now, 5-2. I don't know what the odds on that are, but whatever they are, 5-2. That is to Rugby Town, by the way, the 5-2. Alex, go on, get us 1 of 5. The right back, doing his thing again. 4 players in the middle. Misiak's one of them. And he's missed the target. Alex should have had a hat-trick of assists today. He's been let down by the men in the middle. Look at the stats in the top left at half-time. That is ridiculous. XG of 3.61. We've scored 1 goal. 1 goal. I'm far from pleased. Players are motivated. Part of me wants to make some subs. Part of me feels like the players here, I've had a shout at them. They've got the message out. They're going to process it. And now they're going to step it up and show that the words work. Show that words work. Celik. Misiak had a shocking first half. He whips in, Huari heads it. That is a ridiculous save by their goalkeeper. Oh my word, how did that not go in? Okay, we are 10 minutes into the second half. We've got another corner. It's another one of the short ones as well. Misiak, it's the same routine. Again, it's the same highlight, except on this occasion, we do not even win the header. Liverpool, I mean, they've been on the back front for so much of this game, but I'm sure it's going to kind of reinvigorate them to see us just not finding a way through. You know, we've not been able to, well, find that breakthrough and get that second goal that, well, I feel like at this point we're overdue. And in a weird way, the longer we go without scoring, the more I'm sure it's going to motivate them to believe they can just smash and grab this semi-final. Lee Min on the far side, bursting forward. Diop could go back to Lee Min, does go back to Lee Min. Donald, edge of the box. He scored last game. It was ruled offside, and on this occasion, it's not the defence that need to duck the cover, it's the fans, because the shot was off target. Right, I'm making changes. Diop, off you come. Sam Faye's going to come on. I'm actually going to play Faye at centre, attacking mid, and then bring in Vasquez as well. Part of me wants to take off Rojas, but he did score a goal earlier. Granted, he did also miss a Panenka. Lehman's not the best of game at left-back either. However, as much as I want to bring on NDIA, have just remembered FA Cup only get 3 subs. So we'll make 2 changes in the final third. I'll save my last one for now. I feel like it's not quite as bad as it used to be, but there certainly was a thing like 10 years ago in Football Manager where if you made all your subs, there was like, you got more injuries. I don't care if that's a conspiracy theory that I'm just kind of reiterating. If you made all your subs with 60 minutes gone, in the last 30 minutes, you were guaranteed to get an injury. And it was not coincidence, it was scripting, I swear. Anyway, I'm hoping the script on this occasion, on this fine day, is going to be in our favour. That said, it's Liverpool on the attack. Gallistu for them on the far side. Loads of players in the middle. And, well, he gives it straight to Sam Faye, who fresh off the bench should have some pace. Vasquez as well off the bench too. Plays it to Roger Rojas, who I'll tell you what, he was having a great day after 7 minutes. He's now having a pretty disastrous day up top. But if a chance falls his way, I still back him to finish it. He's missed. There's a one-on-one he's missed. I don't know why I said anything. I mean, it's a big moment coming up here. Our XG is about to go above 5. Above 5 in a game that's 1-1. I've made 2. So, you know what? Lee Min. I was about to bring on Lee Min. We're about to take a set piece. Lee Min takes the set piece. It's gone over. Right, NDIA on Newcombe. I was about to take off Lee Min. He very nearly got an assist to make me change my mind. But I think, is NDIA on the pitch now? He is. NDIA is on the pitch. Instantly a highlight. Why is it at NDIA's side of the pitch? Oh, he's won it well, though. Bolton, Rojas, Vasquez, he's offside. Wasn't going to get there anyway. Heddle collects for them. There's 7 minutes left here. Just as a reminder, this would go to extra time if it remains 1-1. I don't know how we've not scored more. Have we got the XG of 5? We have got the XG of 5. We've just been so wasteful. It's like the Inter Milan game all over again, except in this game, we've created stuff, we've just not finished it. Bolton makes something magical happen. The number 2 playing at centre mid to NDIA. Sam Faye, the subs, linking up, and Celik is there to tuck it away. Hallelujah. That's all I'm going to say. I'm relieved. The Football Manager gods are real. Suppose it's nice to see the subs that we made actually working out. NDIA does, the new little animation for FM24, raises his hand, asks for the ball. It's politely given to him. Faye puts it on a plate for Celik. And that is 2-1. Thank the Football Manager gods. Oh my word. I can't. Look at the match momentum chart. Imagine if this had gone to extra time. I say that. It still could. There's 4 minutes of added time. Are Liverpool going to do anything late? I'll tell you what, the answer, thankfully for my mental health as well as my physical health, is no. It finishes 2-1 here. Alex gets man of the match. 5 key passes, 5 clear-cut chances created, and we barely finished any of them. Mate, I'm glad you got man of the match, because at least you turned up. There should be an option in Football Manager. You know how you can fine players for performances? Like Rojas' performance probably wasn't fine-worthy on its own. I feel like I should be able to fine him for penenkering a penalty into the keeper's hands. Like, that needs to be an option. Apparently that was a vintage display. What does vintage display even mean? Because that makes it sound like it was good. That was not a good display, Football Manager. And as you can see here, we are set to take on Newcastle United in the final. We will be doing that game next episode. I've got a little bit of a question for you. Do I come back for the last game of the season against Tottenham away? Is it worth coming back for the potential unbeaten run? Because I feel like at this point, with 4 games left, if it comes to that final day, it'd be quite a nice occasion to come back for. And if it doesn't go plain sailing, it's going to be bloody stressful for me, because I will really want to do it by that point. And Tottenham, yeah, they're down in 11th, but away from home, that's not going to be necessarily an easy game. I don't know, if you've got any thoughts on whether or not we do that game next episode, let me know down below. What would be very awkward now is if we just lose before that game, in which case, it's one of those things. I have got Liverpool to play at home in the next game, but given the fact we've played them today, I'd like to think we can navigate it against them. I hope. I feel like today's episode, the matches were pretty fun. I feel like the commentary was very good. I don't like to pat myself on the back too much, but occasionally at the end of an episode, you go, oh, it's a good episode, that one. I don't know why I'm telling you this in the video. It's just behind the curtain, you know. This is what commentating Jack thinks about things, you know, as opposed to editing Jack and the other Jacks that make up the Jack universe. If you don't know what I'm talking about here, you're new. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. Anyway, folks, hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. Nice to bounce back from the disappointment of Friday's episode with a good couple of results today. We're back tomorrow to end the season. Transfer specials a little later on in the week. Hope you're excited for them. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.